Hello YouTube, here for my third attempt on my first video, and we're just going to have to see how it goes. I've been interrupted the other 3 times, so I'm doing a college paper and wanted to do a video over it for my final. So I'm supposed to, in my paper, I talked about the negative effects of tobacco, so let me just go ahead and get right to it. Tobacco kills, in total, about 480,000 people a year. It's the leading cause of preventable death that in the U.S. In adults age 18 and over, 41,000 people die from an average from secondhand smoke a year. Tobacco's horrible for you. It just hurts your jaw or hurts your tongue. You can get esophageal cancer, tongue cancer, heart disease, lung cancer, all types of different cancers, all types of different diseases from it, and everything else. I'm just kidding. I'm not here at all to tell you about the negative effects of tobacco or the fears of doing tobacco or the dangers of doing tobacco, because let me see something here real quick. Last time I checked, this is unopened, I did not do it. It says, warning, this product can cause mouth cancer. So, I don't know of a single person, at least probably not within the past, 60 years, that can do tobacco and say, and they go to the doctor and they say, hey, you have jaw cancer, or hey, you've got lung cancer. And they're like, well, what caused that? You mean smoking's bad for you? They on every package of cigarettes, every can of dip, it says, hey, this product's horrible for you. Don't do it, please. Not those exact words, but it gives you a pretty darn fair warning. Now, I doubt that tobacco companies want you not to do it, but they have to, by law, tell you that this is a very dangerous product for you to be using. So there's all different sorts of warnings. They've done a great job warning everybody. So if you're doing it, you're choosing to do it, and you know why. So what I'm actually doing my college paper over is not only is why do people do tobacco and of any form, and how can we better help people to quit tobacco? Should we help people quit tobacco? That kind of thing. Because some people say tobacco should be banned. Sorry, yeah, that's never going to happen. I mean, in public places, smoking might be, but you're never going to get it taken away. All right. Just like guns. No. But, so what should we do to help people that we love or somebody that we know wants to quit tobacco? And should we even try and help those who don't want to? So I'm going to go ahead and start with, why do people do tobacco? From as far as I can tell, there's a drug called nicotine in it, and you can become addicted to it. Well, either addicted or dependent, so you feel like you need it. You can also get a tolerance for tobacco. So, when you first start doing it, say you're doing dip. When you first start doing it, you throw one dip in, that's all you need that day. You get a buzz, you feel great, you don't think you need it anymore that day, or else you'll be sick or something. But after a while, hell, I could use 2 today, so you throw another one in, and later on in the day, hey, that's pretty good, you get the buzz again. It starts to fade away again, you start doing 3, start doing 4, start doing 5, it adds up. So you're doing a can and a half, 2 cans a day. Same thing with cigarettes. You start off 1, 2, 3, 4. Soon you could even be smoking a pack a day if you've been doing it for long enough. So it's not necessarily always even a nicotine addiction. So I've known a couple people, and I myself, whenever you try and quit doing it, you can say, all right, well, I don't get that buzz anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. That's how I was. I was just like, okay, no more buzz, no more fun. Why? Other people, they just love doing it, and that's how they are, and that's why they won't quit. For me, it was more of a habit. Every time I hopped in the truck, I was like, all right, let's throw a dip in. And then I was like, wait a minute, I was going to quit that. So it's more of a habit. You have to kind of just fight it. It don't become like second nature. Every time you hop in the truck, you're reaching into your console to grab a can, or you're reaching in your back pocket to grab a can, or you're pulling out a cigarette. Something like that. That's how a lot of people are. They just, every time I go outside, I need a cigarette. Every time I hop in the truck, I need a dip. Every time, it just becomes a second nature habit. Every time you're in certain places, you want to do one. Other people, it is for the nicotine. Some people, they have withdrawal symptoms, and they feel as if they need it. Others don't. Everybody reacts differently to it. Now, for those who want to quit, and I'm moving on to the topic of how do you help people quit, or should we help people quit? And I got a mixture of answers just from looking around on the internet and thinking on myself is, how do we make people quit, or how do we ask people to quit? How do we get our friends to quit who we want to quit doing it, or do they want to quit doing it? The question sounded just about like the answer, because some people, they don't want to quit. That's their choice. Don't make them quit. You can't make them quit. If that's what they want to do, they're a free person. They can do what they want to do. I'm not saying I mean, this video is not saying you have to quit, and I couldn't even if I tried to. But for those who want to quit, how can you help them quit? So why don't you just be there for them, first of all. Help them out. If they, like, man, I'm really having a hard time tonight, struggling, not wanting to, go out and hang out with them. You know, go out and see a movie, watch a movie at their place. Just get their mind off of it. Second, I mean, try and get rid of some of the stuff. Like, if you're in their house and just going out and hanging out isn't with them enough, why don't you go ahead and throw away some of the stuff you see in their house, or ask them to get rid of some of the stuff that you see in their house that might remind them. So if somebody's got an ashtray, if it's a nice ashtray, I mean, box it up in a box and put it somewhere where it's out of reach, kind of thing. Because, I mean, just think about it. You say you're trying to quit drinking pop, you're trying to be real healthy, go on a diet, right? And so you open up your fridge, you're like, oh, I would love a pop, but let's find something else healthy to drink. You open it up, and you got a 12-pack of Mountain Dew in there, and you got a thing of buttermilk, and then you got some bottled waters. So you're like, well, that's a real hard choice. I guess I'll go with water. No, I mean, most people are going to be like, man, I've got a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. Can't let that go to waste. You go ahead and crack you open a Mountain Dew. So if you're going to start quitting doing that kind of stuff, you get it out of the fridge, you get it out of the house, that kind of stuff. So the temptation's not there. Same thing goes with, like, tobacco or any sort of addiction that you're trying to quit. Go ahead and get it all out of the house, really. So they got ashtrays, they got empty cans, they got half full cans, they got full cans, packs of cigarettes, stuff like that. Get it out of the house. You don't need that. Spitters, mud jugs, all that stuff. Just get it out of the house. And if you've tried all of this, you've tried getting it out of your life, you've tried, just trying to chill from it completely, you can get medication for it. I mean, there's all sorts of things. There's there's Chantix, there's Nicorettes, there's nicotine patches, all that stuff, and just combine it all, be a mixture of it. If you really want to quit, you'll find a way to quit. You can take drugs mixed with just your friends encouraging you. Be encouraging to people. Never discourage a person. If they're trying to quit, don't be like, geez, it ain't that hard. It's going to kill you. Just think about that. Dick move. They're not going to want to quit. I mean, when somebody comes up to me and says, what you're doing is wrong, I'm right, you're going to die. I mean, when it's something like tobacco or something like, pop or something, you're going to be like, whatever, you do you, dude, I'll do me. So it's the same thing with tobacco. And this leads into the next part where I'm talking about if somebody doesn't want to quit and you want them to quit, don't walk up and just be a jerk and be like, you smoking a cigarette? Do you know how bad that is for you? Complete idiot. That kind of stuff. No. Go up and just say, I mean, if you know them, just be like, hey, why don't you quit doing that, man? Why do you do it anyways? And if they say, oh, man, I need it, then let it be. But tell them, hey, don't fight them about it. Don't be a jerk. But at the same time, if they think like, oh, I absolutely need this, I'll die without it. Just present the idea to them, you actually don't need it. You will get over it eventually. It may take time, but you will. But if they're just like, oh, it's something I like to do, then say, well, why don't you find something else you like to do? Something like that. You just present ideas to them like that. But if you ask them and say, why don't you quit doing that? Say, because I don't want to. I like doing it. Okay? If they're kind of like that, shove off. You don't need to try and force them to quit. All right? You don't. Just if they don't want to quit, you present the idea to them. You tell them some of the maybe pros of quitting. Maybe your food will taste a little better. Think of all the extra money you'll have in that paycheck if you don't have to spend, $30 a week on tobacco. Just think about the pros on that. So, but if they still don't want to, you don't need to push, you don't need to pry, you don't need to force. Just don't overstep your bounds. If somebody's open to the idea, then like you said, you can just work your way in. Never force, never say, well, because it's going to kill you, silly, stuff like that. Just be real chill about it and just try and present it to them as an easy, good idea. So make sure they know that it's not going to be easy. But because they got to be prepared for however hard it could be. But still, just show them the pros to it, help them get their mind off of it, help them get it out of their life if they want to quit. I've covered as to why people do tobacco usually. It's because of the nicotines and the habit of it and the muscle memory of it, and how you maybe even just want to do it or how you want to appear to your friends. And just know that you don't have to appear to your friends in any certain way. And yes, habits are hard to break, but other habits can be made. A study said that it takes 18 days to make a habit and get into a routine. So just try quit and say, okay, I'll quit for 25 days. And maybe after that you won't have the urge for the habit anymore. Maybe it won't be a habit anymore. Maybe every time you won't hop in the truck, you won't be reaching your console. But if it is addiction and you can't break it on your own, and even with your friends' help you can't break it, you can try out different. Sorry, I'm sick. You can try out different medications that would work along with side your friends helping you out. Then when I went on to telling you how you can try and quit doing it, I presented you with how you can do it yourself. You can get a friend to help you. You can try and do it on your own. You can clear it out of your house. You can do anything to get your mind off of it, or if you need to, you can take medication. Then also, if you are somebody who wants a friend to quit and they are fine with quitting and open to quitting, or if they're not, if they're completely closed to it, if they're closed to it, present the idea a few times, tell them the pros to it, what could be good about quitting, and then leave it alone. If they don't want to quit, they don't want to quit, and you can't force them. But then if you come on somebody that does want to, be there for them, be a friend. So I think I've covered the topic fairly well. Leave any questions in the comments, I guess. I don't know how many of them I'll be able to reply to, but thank you all for watching. Sorry for how rough it is and how rough I sound. Not feeling too great, but y'all have a good day.